Hey, what's up YouTube? Houston here. Hey, if you have a startup, an LLC, a DBA, and you're trying to find a business credit card and you can't go to your banks, well, there's a credit union you can possibly approach and be able to get a business credit card, okay? And a good thing about it, it's no hard pull, all right? Now, that's the interesting thing about it, but there's a few things you have to know because I see a lot of people running into trouble when they're trying to go after the card without actually building up the relationship, okay? And so in terms of building up the relationship, what do I mean? First, you have to join, all right? And the credit union that I'm talking about is NIH Credit Union. So how do you join? You can join through the American Consumer Council. All right, now the good thing about it, they don't do check systems, so they won't check your check system. However, there is a hard pull on the credit file. All right, so just keep that in mind. It's going to be pulled from your Equifax. All right, so it may pull your Equifax FICO 5, your mortgage score. All right, if I'm correct, it may be, but I know it's your Equifax, so it's either your mortgage score, FICO 5, or your FICO 8 bank card, all right? If you don't know the difference between those two, then click the link and grab your real credit score and look at your mortgage score, and then you can also look at your bank card score, and you'll see there's usually a difference in the numbers, all right? Okay, that being said, understanding, all right, joining the American Consumer Council, I guess is maybe about $8, maybe $15 for the whole year, but you need to join them in order to get into this credit union. Now, the good thing about this business credit card, because a lot of credit unions, when it comes to their business credit card, they're either locally or regional, but this is a national business credit card, so that's the reason it's so interesting. Okay, and of course we know about Navy Federal, their business credit card is national, so this is a national business credit card. Anywhere in the country you can apply for it. Now, like I said, they don't check systems. That's the good part about it. But here's what I would do. If I have my check systems locked, I would unfreeze it. Okay, I would still unfreeze it. I would make sure my Equifax is unfrozen as well. Okay, so make sure they're unfrozen when you're going for this. Like I said, when they check for membership, it was some back and forth because people wasn't for sure, but they will do a hard pull on your credit file. Now, here's something else you need to understand. They offer other products. So like with their secured cards, they do a hard pull, but they have an emergency loan that they don't do a hard pull. But the interesting thing about it, in order for you to get access to that emergency loan that NIH Credit Union offers, you have to be a member with them for at least 90+ days in order for you to even go after that loan, okay? So just so that it's clear. But if you're an LLC, a DBA, a S Corp, or C Corp, then you definitely can go after this business credit card, all right? So here's the thing that a lot of people run into the wall is because I would tell you this. If you don't have at least a 670 or higher, then I probably would not apply for this card right away. Okay, I would probably nurse the accounts, and the accounts I probably would nurse. I probably open up a business account, and I would open up a personal account and a savings account to start building a relationship with them, and at least have weekly deposits, maybe $25 or more weekly deposits into those accounts. If you're able to do a direct deposit, great. You know, again, they're looking at internal scoring as well, but at the same time, unlike with Navy Federal is more forgiving. With them, you have to have at least a decent 670 or higher. Now, here's something else that I would definitely encourage you all to do. When you're applying for like your business credit cards, and you know they're going to do a hard pull, and there's one other thing. When they do a hard pull, it lasts for 30 days. So that means you can apply for multiple accounts. So you can apply for a credit card and a line of credit or a personal loan or something like that. But once you have that relationship of deposit, weekly deposits and stuff, it makes it much easier for them to approve you. Now, the average credit line on this business credit card with NIH Credit Union, most people are starting out with about $5,000. Okay, now for some that may not be a whole lot of money, but hey, it's something. And here's the thing about it, they give you checks. So if you need to do a balance transfer from your credit card to your checking account, you can do it that way, or they offer balance transfers as well. So that's something that's good about the account. Again, it's not hard to join, but I would tell you, if I'm going to join, they're already going to do a hard pull, I would at least make sure I have at least a 670 or higher credit score. Now, this is what I would do to make sure that my Equifax is high. If I have any small open revolving accounts, I would pay those down to 0. Okay, so you may have accounts that have a $300 balance on it, or a $500 balance on it, or $120. All of my small accounts, I will pay them down to 0. That way, one, it has a lower DTI, but number two, now because you don't have as much debt, now you're able to have a higher chance of your credit score being higher. Okay, so here's another key I want to tell you all. That you can add authorized users, all right? And with FICO 5, they really don't count those or whatever, but I'm mentioning that because a lot of people, they don't know, like, with my authorized users, is it going to help this credit file or this credit file? With your authorized users, it's going to help your FICO 9, okay? Now, if you have too many authorized users, when they calculate in on your FICO 8, if you have more than 3 authorized users, that can throw up a red flag. So that's just a side note that I wanted you guys to know. But in reference to NIH Credit Union, in order to join and get a business credit card, okay, they'll do it no hard pull, but you definitely have to have a nourishing account. I would definitely tell you to open up the personal account, the business account, and a savings account, and make deposits for at least I would say 90 days. If you don't have established credit, if you have established credit, you can apply right away. All right, now the documents that they may ask for, they'll ask for your articles. You can go off of stated income for your business, all right? But I would be very careful to make sure that I am making deposits into my business bank account as well, all right? So this is Houston with three-way funding. If you have any other questions about business credit funding, personal credit funding, click the link in the description. Thank you.